All right. All right, cool. So predictions for the next few years on what will help people become more successful. Well, here's a few predictions that I'll have, okay? Number one, that transparency, awesomeness, and kindness will become tools of power in the next few years. So a lot of people like to complain about how Facebook has sucked our world up and how YouTube is all these social platforms have actually stolen our privacy. What I like to tell you is that if you have something to be proud of, if you have something that is awesome, you are meeting the best time ever to launch it, because Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all of these platforms give the Lone Ranger a platform that is equal to that of all the big networks. Maybe you don't have all their same studios, or maybe you don't have their same distribution channels, but guess what? If it's awesome, people can see it. You can share it. If it's awesome, others will share it. I added kindness in there because I think that one of the most powerful things that I found with the people I know that are very successful and maybe even not successful, kindness goes a long way. It's probably one of the most underutilized marketing strategies. I shared that on my Facebook, and some people said, well, doesn't that leave you vulnerable? It leaves you vulnerable if you work with the wrong people, just like anything. Prediction number 2. Traditional schooling over the next 15 to 20 years will either become obsolete or get completely re-engineered and reworked. I mean, listen, why would you have kids have to go read books that are hard to read when they could go on YouTube, watch a 3-minute video, and get a full historic, in-depth knowledge about one topic in seconds? One thing we do with our kids is when they have definitions, instead of going and looking at rewriting a definition in black and white that's going to sit there, they will never, ever, ever, ever remember that. I tell them to go to Google Images, type it in. They see a picture, they see a definition, tells a story, boom, they'll never forget that. Mark Cuban just came out with this big bust theory of how the next bust that we're going to face is actually the education loan bust, because people aren't paying their education loans. And if you really think about institutional thinking, which I'm going to shoot a different video on it, that really explains my belief as to why it's one of the biggest traps we've fallen into. Many people like to say, we got to go to college to learn how to learn. I'm sorry, I didn't learn how to learn in college. I learned how to get through my classes. I didn't learn how to learn. I didn't learn how to learn till after college. That was my big breakthrough. That's one of my big predictions. Okay, my other big prediction. I know I got to come back up. Is that staying lean and agile as an entrepreneur. Do you want me to cut that? Sorry, guys.